Welcome to another edition of the magazine. Today we're here at Spinner Publications in New Bedford, and we're here with semi-retired publicist Joe Thomas. Thank you. Welcome. And also publicist Jay Avila. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
So we're at the end of 2025. So everyone's going to be looking for the 2026 calendars. So tell us about the 2026 calendar.
Okay, well, this year we did a theme calendar for our Southeastern New England calendar. It's Independence 250, and we just figure we celebrate, some of the lesser known, battles, or not necessarily battles, but events that took place here.
So that's
during the
During the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
yes, but
Part of that whole celebration.
The whole anniversary that's coming up.
Yeah.
very good. So congratulations on your semi-retirement. Do you want to tell us something about that? How did that come about?
Well, I just sort of getting old, I guess, and I can't really keep up with these youngsters around the office, and it just tired me, needed kind of a break, so I just cut back,
Sure.
and I'm still trying to contribute in any way I can. Writing grants and
Okay.
doing some editing. But mostly Jay has taken over really running the show. And so when I come in the morning, I ask him what it is I can do today. And hopefully he has something for me. But that's it. It's no big deal. Just cutting back.
hmm So Jay, you're in charge now. You're the publicist here.
Yep, that's what I've been told.
So how did it come about for you to be a part of Spinner?
Oh, this goes back quite a way. I mean, I've been here since, 95, 96?
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, mid-90s, I think. I started here in high school doing the shipping and deliveries when, we had local deliveries to do. So I just kind of got in here doing that and then started learning a little bit more of everything. And then what really drew me in was the photo archive. Really, it just intrigued me. And just the more I got involved with that, I, just stayed.
It's
know?
one of those stories, you start the youngster out in the mailroom and he goes, before you know it, he's running the company. It's a classic American story.
Right. It's a great story of secession. Absolutely. So what about the historical books of New Bedford? How is that going?
That's going well. We have are you referring to the New Bedford history or just all our books in general? Or?
Yeah, all the books in general. Yeah. We're going to get to what's on the horizon in a little bit, but tell us about the books of the history of New Bedford.
Okay, well, I mean, there's so many stories to tell. I mean, we really made a dent, I think. We have 2 volumes in New Bedford picture history that we've done, and we're also working on a 3rd volume.
Okay.
And that goes back to the love of the photos I have, and that really I think makes these books and it brings the history to life.
How many books have you published?
What have we published?
Just about
50,
40 or 20.
50, somewhere in that range, 40, between 40 and 50. And then the calendars, and been doing that for 40 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how could someone obtain like one of these books if they wanted to?
Okay, and they can go right to our website. That's spinnerpub.com. We sell on Amazon. Locally, they're available at most local stores in New Bedford and Fairhaven, Dartmouth.
Okay. And tell us about, you said photos. You have a huge photo archive.
We do,
How
yeah.
did that all develop?
From the books, it's I think people somehow just we sort of became historians. I think accidentally. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, well,
You know.
it's a long process. I mean, we
Yeah.
started out in this sort of a photojournalism
Yeah.
and documentary work, early books. And then we responded to the historical appetite that people have. People love the olden pictures and the old stories. And so we sort of gravitated more towards the historic and the ancient history. And so we sort of built on it, people started donating old collections, family collections. We acquired a couple of beautiful family collections. Then we made a huge leap back in the 80s or 90s
Late 90s, yeah.
when the Standard Times was moving their building. They built a new building down the bottom of Elm Street, and they were throwing out hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands
I think he
of photographs in their so-called morgue that they used to keep in the building. And we got a call from them, basically, from some of the reporters who said, they're putting out a lot of the photos out in the street.
Yeah.
And so we asked the publisher if we could take them. And he said, sure. He even wrote us a nice little letter saying, they cede copyright and they're out in the street. You take them.
Wow. All that history would have been wasted.
Yeah, all of those pictures have proved invaluable. I mean, those just a fantastic collection. And then some of the photographers, once they retired, had collections of their own, like Milton Sylvia was a good one. And we became very friendly with Milt. He used to come in all the time, did a couple stories on him. And he came in one day with boxes of his material, his negatives and whatnot, and donated them to us. So that was a big deal. And we had a couple of collections like that in More Standard
In
Time.
More Standard Times, even other photographers, Ron Rollo, whose collection we're hoping to get started scanning, and that's 100,000 negatives right there.
Wow.
Yeah, we figure we got well over 2 million
Easily.
Wow.
original images, not copies. These are and not new images, just historical, meaning 20 or 30 years or older.
Yeah.
Because we do have a lot from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but mostly the 20th century, which there's a big void in documentation from that. Other than the Standard Times really was the principal recorder, chronicler of events, people and events in the area. So we were very fortunate to latch on to that. And then people started giving and donating, and we encouraged more and more of that. And a lot of people, their family collections, they don't know what to do with them. And a lot of people throw them out.
Right.
And we encourage them not to do that. Give them to somebody or give them to us. And in some cases, things that people wouldn't imagine that someone would be interested in, we're interested in it because our collection is a repository of life in this area, and every picture means something to us. Most, the unidentifiable stuff, you live with that, but you never know. At some point, it becomes an important rendering of someone's life and life in general. And that's all part of what you do in documentary work.
Well, we're glad you have those archives here, believe me, because we need to, capture that history and some of the pictures that, a lot of, even younger people, oh, that's what New Bedford looked like. Or that's how, the city was, so it's very important to keep those historical datas for our future generations as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what got me interested in is, I think it was a picture of a Acushnet Park, which was the old amusement park in the south end of New Bedford. And I always heard about it, but never saw an image. And when I saw that image, that's what drew me into it. Finding out what else was here and doesn't exist anymore. And that's just,
Yeah.
got me to just, keep, combing archives and, calling people. And we've, researched, old photographers, contacted their families, and, a lot of them allowed us to either scan their works, or in some cases they've donated them.
Sweet. So we're coming up to the 250th anniversary, and Independence 250 is the title of your new calendar. So tell us about the story behind that, and also the pictures that people will see in this amazing calendar.
Yeah, well, the story was, well, again, we were just, trying to theme and for this year's calendar. And I mean, what better fit than the Revolutionary War since we had the anniversary. The photographic part was tough, because there was no photography 250 years ago. So the way I was looking at the calendar was sort of, something that you could sort of use as like, say, for tourism. Let's say, so I can go and visit this site. It still exists. There's still something there. That was sort of my thinking behind it. And so I tried to find photos that, represented that, or paintings. And we also have a few original paintings in there too.
That's great. Yes, I'm looking through it. It's quite amazing. So when can people obtain one of these?
Okay, well, it's actually on press right now. I just talked to the printer, so they'll be. We should have them right before Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that's very soon.
That's very soon. Yeah, a week or two. Yeah.
And once again, how would someone obtain this?
Same way, they can go to spinnerpub.com. They can purchase it locally. Those I don't think we carry on Amazon, but yeah, definitely locally.
Okay, very good. And for about 45 years, you've published another calendar.
Yes, the New
Can you
England,
tell us about that?
yes, the New England Fisherman Calendar. That one there is it's a tough one. Every year it's getting a little bit tough,
Yeah,
but it's a good calendar. It's a great calendar.
celebration of the industry. That idea came up back in the 80s. I wanted to do a historical calendar, and I just thought celebrating and acknowledging fishing was important at that time. And we'd done some articles on the fishing industry, but a calendar was a way to try to expand our base as well. And so we included Boston and Gloucester
Okay.
and maybe Rhode Island and Maine, especially later. So we included the important ports, Portland, Gloucester, as I said, Boston.
Sure.
And so it's a celebration of New England's fishing industry, not just New Bedford and Fairhaven. But we managed to try to keep each year's theme, uh, within the frame of those main ports and the types of industries, product that we are famous for in this area.
Right.
In New England, New England, we just like the fact that it's the industry has been around for 400 years.
Sure.
And that it is really, its history is so remarkable. And it goes back to even before there was American colonies, before, it goes back to, the 1500s. And, the more I learned about it and I read about it, I just saw this is a great theme. And we've been doing it ever since. But Jay was just saying, you get after so many years, and there's only so many pictures, and you exhaust the supply a little bit, and so we're always looking for fresh, important pictures. We like to have pictures that have action in them or information that is useful. So that's always a challenge.
So probably throughout New England, though, I mean, you're right. The fishing industry is so important to the New England area, especially in our own community, still today. So it's I'm glad that there is a calendar dedicated to the New England fishermen, because I think it's really critical for our community.
And labor history has always been an important thing at Spinner. We've always been interested in working people and what people do for a living in the area. So the textile mills was always the theme, the garment industry, cranberries, these different industries that have brought people here and have brought economy in large measure to the area. So while there was fishing and scalping are very important, we're also interested in all industry in general. And that's the kind of thing that we've always been very focused on. And, so that's why that one has survived too, because it's close to our whole theme and our whole purpose.
Well, Spinner Publications certainly captures the historical aspect of our community and continues to do so. So, Jay, what are some future projects that you have in mind here at Spinner? And before we get to that, though, when are these calendars available? The New England
Same time period. Yep, they're both on. Yep, they get delivered at the same time.
Okay, and go right to the website to order it.
Correct.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you. Just in case,
Yep.
because I know that people are going to want these calendars as
Yes.
well. So,
Yep.
and what is the cost of the calendar?
The calendar is 16.
$16. Okay, very good. So people can plan ahead to buy a few
Now they can.
of these. So each one, hopefully. I know I'll be going online and getting mine. So Jay, tell us about some future projects. I know that's what we talked about early in the show, but now what is in the future for Spinner Publications? I know you have a recent book that's come out.
Yeah, we just published Shipwreck. We did that in collaboration with the Westport Life Saving Station, and they brought us the project. We thought it was really interesting. Just we gave it a spin a touch with a lot of photographs. And we worked with author Chip McGrath, who's actually worked for the New York,
You go for the New York.
the New Yorker. Yeah, yeah, yep. So he's the author of this book. In fact, he's going to be doing some signings. We have Partners Village in Westport. I'm doing a signing up there. And the book is about the Mass Humane Society, which was a life-saving crew,
Okay.
and morphed into what is today's U.S. Coast Guard.
Okay.
And the book focuses on a lot of the major wrecks that took place in this area.
It was called the Massachusetts Humane Society.
Yes, and not to be confused, yes, with the animal rights group.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, the life-saving stations were spread all over the state or Massachusetts, and so we had a couple in this area and on the islands. Uh, this came to an end from the people. What you mentioned was Gay Gillespie and her husband, her late husband, Chip Gillespie, really started the whole restoration process of the old station at Horseneck. And so this became a passion for Gay, and she brought it to us. It was just a wonderful story in recognition of her husband. And so, and her friend Chip McGrath put the text together. Jay found all the photographs pretty much. And it's just a short, we want to do more of these type of small historical works in collaboration with other institutions. So, for example, Buzzards Bay Coalition helped raise some money, and they're involved in the restoration as well of the station. So these are the kind of things we're very interested in working within the community. And then we have the one with the New Bedford Historical Society.
Yes, yep, Passage to Freedom.
So tell us about that now.
That one is a collection of fugitive slave narratives and abolitionist stories. That one's still in the works. Looking at at least another year or two on that book. We also have I always have trouble describing this. I don't want to call it a catalog, but it's a listing of all the World War II casualties of the Greater Fall River area.
Okay.
And it's a big book. We're about 400 pages right now. And this is, we're working with the Fall River Herald on this one. And that one is, I'm hoping to have that one out next year,
Okay.
if all goes well. Yeah, so we have those, the scalloping, the history of the scalloping industry with Dan Georgiana. Yeah, that one. These are all books that are in the works.
They're in the work.
In the works, yes. So
But Shipwreck is available.
that is available right now. Yep, that one you can purchase online. We do have a author signing coming up at Partners Village Store in Westport.
Okay.
So Chip's going to come down for that November 22nd. Yeah.
We have Partners, and of course Duval's will have it.
They'll have that. Yep.
They'll probably have it in Pignarum Village.
No, definitely. Yep.
Yeah, our books now, with all the bookstores gone,
Yeah.
we sell a lot in specialty shops and gift shops. We don't do much with Barnes and Noble because they become a little bit too technical with trying to work with them.
Sure.
It's better, and a lot of the independent bookstores are gone. So we like to work with the small shops,
Sure.
and stores, and it gives them an opportunity to make some money as well because the books have a nice discount for them, and they support author signings and talks, book talk, and the ends that we like to do. So that's going to be something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Do we have a date on the signing yet, or we don't? yet?
November 22nd.
Oh, November 22nd. Okay. Very good. All right. And that's exciting. You got some really exciting projects coming up as Better
No, we
Public.
do. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And what would you like to see for the future? Since you have big shoes to fill here.
I do.
And- but what is your hopes and plans for the upcoming years? You mentioned some of the projects, but is there anything else that you'd like to see?
And there's a lot I'd like to see. What's realistic is another thing, but I think the way Joe has created this and the direction he has it going, I'd like to continue going that direction. Keeping doing a lot of local history. I think the Heritage Series, which he was just talking about, I think that's something we'd like to pursue and do a lot of more little stories.
And Joe, you're there to help out.
Yeah, if I can help it, I can wait. That's I want to say one thing though about when you talk about that theme on the Independence 250 calendar.
Yeah.
I wanted to, a lot of the history we compile relates to a couple of battles that people are familiar with. The Gray's Raid, which involved the Bedford, Pignarum, and even Falmouth to some degree, and the islands. And a couple of other instances. There's a Battle of Falmouth. There's a Battle of Fall River.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
these are all events that people don't really know much about. So I want to tie all these together in a little booklet as well, and with
Okay.
there's sort of a offshoot from the calendar, but a little more elaborate. It's there are paintings, but we can commission some original artwork, and that's another thing that we want to do is get local artists involved in the graphic aspect of what we do.
Well, I think it's a great theme, for, the 250th anniversary. I know there's going to be a lot of celebrations and there's going to be a lot of history that we're going to learn,
Yep.
in the upcoming year. And so I think that celebrating it by a calendar where you have every month a new situational battle that may have come up even locally, in our area that we have never heard of,
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot of history. And this area really, it's been ignored on a lot of levels in terms of our history, and that's one thing that has never really been uh, celebrated or talked about in great length is our participation in the war for independence. So we're gonna do something on that.
Yeah. Great.
Great. So more to come on that.
There's always more to come.
Always more.
Or a couple.
So, once again, thank you for keeping history alive, in our community and for publicizing it so that people can learn, and grow and learn about our history because we are rich in history in the Greater New Bedford area. So we're very blessed to live a part of this community and to read about it and to see it and visually, see it with many of the photos that you have. We're very grateful. We're very grateful for Spinner Publications, and I encourage our audience to go out and get those calendars, get them soon. You can give them for Christmas presents, holiday gifts, anything. And so it's right around the horizon, and they'll be available online.
Correct. Yep.
Very good. Yeah.
It's been our pleasure. Been our pleasure.
Well, thank you, Joe and Jay. Thank you for all your great contributions to our community and continued contributions.
Thank you.
And more to come. We'll have to have another show on a new book. All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
you.
Yeah.